Good afternoon, welcome to Bristol, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. Now that holidays are all over, we're back in business, we're back on the rails and we're back on board with Great Western Railway. So where are we going? Penzance. Nestled on the southwestern tip of the UK, it should be a lovely journey through the counties of Somerset, Devon and into Cornwall. With all that said, as this is a journey of nearly 5 hours, it's time to stock up with some supplies. After that, we're going to head to the station, Bristol Temple Meads, where we'll have a little walkabout, find our platform and catch our train. And I'll see you a little later on the video. Bye for now. Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to Bristol. First and foremost, thank you so much for all your patience, but after a busy summer, we're back on track, no pun intended. So let's head straight to Bristol Temple Meads and get this video going. Today we'll be heading from here down to the Cornish town of Penzance with Great Western Railway. But before all that, let's take a look around this quite magnificent station. Temple Meads originally opened on the 31st of August 1840 as the western terminus of the Great Western Railway. This station was the first to be designed by British architect Isambard Kingdom Brunel, to which there is a statue of just outside of the station on the left hand side as you're walking in. To accommodate the increasing number of trains, the station was expanded in the 1870s and in the 1930s. Brunel's terminus is now no longer part of the operational station, which now holds a Grade 1 listed status. On entering through the main entrance, this brings you into a lovely foyer/ticket hall area. Here you will find large departure screens, a manned ticket office, self-service ticket machines, and a couple of eateries, to the left of which you'll find the gate line. When through the gate line, you have access to platforms 1 and 3. All other platforms can be accessed via a subway. Platforms are clearly numbered and access can be gained via stairs or a lift should you require. Currently, Temple Meads is heavily under renovation, with most of its roof under scaffolding, which is a big shame as it's quite spectacular to look at. Cross country are a regular feature at the station, with southbound services to Plymouth and Penzance and northbound services to Birmingham, Leeds, Newcastle and Edinburgh. Cross country also run a limited number of services to Manchester Piccadilly, Glasgow Central and Aberdeen. However, the main operator is Great Western Railway, with high-speed IET services to capitals Cardiff and London Paddington, as well as long-distance services to Penzance via Plymouth. Along with long-distance trains, Great Western also runs smaller commuter services throughout the entire southwest. My train arrives on time from Cardiff Central, a Class 800 built by Hitachi between 2014 to 2018. They entered service with Great Western Rail in 2017. Part of the A-train family, they have a top speed of 125 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour. Okay, it's time to hop on board. Today I am travelling in standard class, which has a seat config of 2+2. There is also a good mix of table and airline seating available. On booking, you are given a seat reservation. Okay, whilst we're waiting for departure, we'll take a quick look around the seat. Legroom for a standard seat is pretty good. There's a large extendable tray table. The armrests are adjustable. There are coat hooks on the back of the seat in front. Power can be found under the seat in the form of one UK 3-pin socket per seat. And up above you'll find electronic seat reservations and a full window blind. Lastly, I found the seat to be quite tough with very little padding. Departure from Bristol was 15 minutes late at 14:15 hours. I'll go into the reasons why in a moment. Travel time to Penzance is 4 hours and 43 minutes and we're due to arrive at 18:42 hours this evening. The reason for the delay is due to a person being struck by a train in the Exeter area. This caused the main line to be shut for around 3 hours early in the day, whilst emergency services dealt with the incident. As you can quite imagine, this caused some chaos and a backlog of services which we're now part of trying to get through. With all that said, we are now underway. However, further delays are expected further down the line at both Taunton and Exeter St David's. As this service was quite quiet, I decided to move to table seat to stretch out further. The first stop of the day is Nailsea and Backwell, which was quickly followed by
Weston-super-Mare.
and Weston-super-Mare. Author and politician Jeffrey Archer, guitarist and founder member of Deep Purple and Rainbow Richie Blackmore, former Monty Python star and Torquay Hotel owner John Cleese, Roald Dahl, Bob Hope and murdered broadcaster and journalist Jill Dando have all called Weston-super-Mare home at one point or another. Next up is Taunton, our last stop in Somerset. The station here lies on the Bristol to Exeter line and the Reading to Taunton line. It is served by both Great Western Railway and cross country. Taunton is also twinned with Taunton, which is in Bristol County, Massachusetts, United States of America. After leaving Taunton, we pick up another 10-minute delay, meaning we're running about 25 minutes behind schedule. Having crossed the county line, the first stop in Devon is Tiverton Parkway. Despite being named after the town of Tiverton, the station is actually located in the parish of Burliscombe, near Stamford Peveril, some 6 miles to the east of Tiverton. Another 10-minute or so delay is picked up outside of Exeter St David's. This is due to awaiting platform allocation. Next up is Exeter St David's. Again, another design of Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and it is the principal station serving the city of Exeter in Devon. This station was opened in 1844 by the Bristol and Exeter Railway, and it offers two routes to London. One is with Great Western Railway to London Paddington, and the other is with South Western Railway to London Waterloo. It's without doubt that one of the stars of the show of this route is the section of line between Exeter St David's and Newton Abbot. With its spectacular coastal views and views over the rivers Exe and Teign, it's worth doing the journey just for this. But for the next couple of minutes, I'll keep quiet and let you enjoy. Following storms in 2014, Dawlish now has a new £80 million seawall to protect the track from the sea. The 2014 storm raised questions about the vulnerability of the South Devon line to storm damage. Proposals were therefore made to route Plymouth-bound rail services inland by reopening disused railway lines by Oakhampton and Tavistock, or reviving a 1930s Great Western Railway project, the Dawlish avoiding line. Gladly to this day, none of these have occurred.
Timber, Newton Abbot, Topneck, Ivy Bridge.
No, I mean, as they are now.
We are now approaching Timber.
Have you ever had a car?
Next up is Newton Abbot. The South Devon Railway reached Newton Abbot in 1846 and changed it from a simple market town into an industrial base. The station was opened on the 30th of December 1846. The town has also had its brush with war. It was bombed twice during World War II, killing a total of 21 people. In fact, over the course of both World Wars, over 250 local men gave their lives for the British Empire. They are remembered on the town's war memorial.
The next station is Topneck.
Next up is the market town of Totnes. Ivy Bridge, which is our last stop in Devon.
We'll be calling at Plymouth, Saltash.
On the approach to Plymouth, the news came that this train would be cancelled and taken out of service. All we had to do on arrival in Plymouth was to alight and head over to platform 4, where another train was waiting. That sounds simple enough, right? So what I can gather is they took 2 5-car units out of service and put everybody onto a 9-car unit. In theory there should be enough space for everyone, but boarding was quite chaotic to say the least, and I suppose at the end of the day I was lucky enough to get a window seat, albeit backwards. Anyway, despite this train change, we're only running 40 minutes behind schedule. So now I'm travelling backwards, the windows are filthy, and with the sun shining, filming is now quite difficult. After Plymouth you cross the River Tamar, which also acts as a county line border between Devon and Cornwall. The bridge itself is the Royal Albert Bridge. It was designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Surveying started in 1848 and construction commenced in 1854. The first main span was positioned in 1857 and the completed bridge was opened by Prince Albert on the 2nd of May 1859. Isambard died later that year and his name was then placed above the portals at either end of the bridge as a memorial. The total length of the bridge is 666 metres and stands 30 metres above the river. The first stop of the day in Cornwall is Saltash.
We'll be calling out
Next up is Bodmin Parkway. Bodmin Parkway is served by almost all Great Western Railway trains on the Cornish main line between Plymouth and Penzance, with 2 trains per hour in each direction. Most trains run through to or from Paddington, including the Night Riviera. Great Western Railway also runs some services to Newquay.
The doors were open.
Sometimes I do speak because it's just like quite nice.
We'll be calling at Truro.
Then it's like, surely you could get into that space without going down the process.
So high.
Yeah, like, actually, it kind of ties in. And he said, if we could both do it.
You can't both jump ship.
No, I know, exactly.
The next stop is the only city in Cornwall, Truro. Being the only city, it is therefore home to Cornwall Council, the Royal Cornwall Museum, Truro Cathedral, the Hall for Cornwall and Cornwall's Courts of Justice.
Aboard this Great Western Railway.
Right, okay, time to switch legs a little bit. There is an accessible toilet in both first class and standard class. There are a number of standard toilets dotted throughout the train.
Please lock the door.
The toilets were clean, well stocked, well maintained, and everything worked as intended. As for luggage space, there's plenty of that, with stacks at either end of the carriage for larger items, while smaller items can be stored in racks above the seats. As the train had somewhat quieted down, I managed to find myself a forward-facing seat for the rest of the journey.
Will not open at the next station.
I realised I was leaving pretty well on the way.
If you are sat on the other side of the train, you get some splendid views of St Ives Bay. And the penultimate stop of the day is St Earth. As St Michael's Mount comes into view, I think it's time to wrap up this trip and I'll summarise this journey. But remember, these are just my own opinions. Firstly, the delays. These were totally out of Great Western Railway's control. Crew were very informative and kept us up to date. Sometimes you can't control what people do, albeit it's still very frustrating. With delays at Bristol, Taunton and Exeter and the change of train at Plymouth, we only arrived 40 minutes late. It could have been a whole lot worse. The only real beef I have is with the onboard catering. Simply put, there was absolutely nothing, despite them actually having the facilities to provide it. This service started in Cardiff with a journey time of over 6 hours, and nothing was in sight, not even a bottle of water. Personally, I find that unacceptable. So my advice would be to definitely make sure you have plenty of time to stock up on supplies before boarding. So what did this cost? A total of £18 and 10 pence. This was purchased on the Trainline app using split tickets and a railcard discount of a third. For a 5-hour journey, I find this excellent value for money. So would I recommend? Absolutely. The journey is absolutely stunning with its towns, countryside and sea views. It is one of the most scenic, in my opinion, in the UK, and a must for anybody wanting to see the best of England. Welcome to Penzance. We arrived 40 minutes late. Hello, good evening and welcome to Penzance. Well, mixed emotions about that trip, I must say. However, the delays weren't the fault of Great Western Railway. Somebody jumping on the line. Anyway, with all that said, thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I really do hope you enjoy the video. If you are new to the channel or haven't yet, then please do hit that subscribe button. But until next time, until I pass across again, please do take care, stay safe. Thanks again. See you next time.